increase as the time goes on before the movie starts. Hello, guys. Emmanuel, Ashraf. So, Ashraf, you play the guitar. That's interesting.
Yeah, Ashraf plays the
We
guitar, but
can't
trust
hear
me.
you. We can't hear you, Ashraf. Unmute.
Yeah, I'm a man of many talents.
Yeah, the thing is, he plays the guitar, but you don't want to be beside him when he's playing the guitar. You know, it's an incredibly beautiful sound, but depending on, I mean, what your perception of
The
beauty
level of
is.
sobriety you're
No, you see, I play the guitar, but Emmanuel sings.
Yeah, you can imagine the combination.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Emmanuel is a good advocate and Ashraf's a good director, but I think you guys should hold off on the singing career.
Guys, on the positive side of things, I'm pretty much very excited today. Because of the documentary one today, like we have this documentary that lots of people are putting a lot of work, and but the more exciting part of today is Manchester United finally won the game.
Oh, Favor is saying it's a recipe for disaster.
Incredible, incredible. Once in a lifetime type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you have to take your wins wherever you can find them.
Yes, exactly.
Favor is
I
saying
see.
it's a recipe for disaster. Now I want to hear Emmanuel sing. Please sing.
No,
Really?
no, please, no. I think everyone will leave.
What song can I sing? You know what? Actually, I've been challenged.
Sing dance,
Ashraf, which of my
what
solos
was it
should
called?
I sing?
Dance Monkey?
Me
Dance
personally,
Monkey.
how about we ask the audience? Do you guys want to hear Emmanuel sings, or are you all gonna leave? Well, someone said yes, so
Yes. Come on. Start, Emmanuel. The stage is yours.
The stage is mine. All right, guys, prepare yourselves for this beauty.
Oh, he's actually singing.
wow.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hands, Mehdi, and place them both in mine.
Go, Emmanuel.
You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. Now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. I know my I like your style. Ooh, you make me wanna cry. Now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, oh, oh. Ashraf, I'm dancing for you. Inaya, for you too. For they say, move for me, eh, eh.
Ashraf, join him.
And when you're done,
No,
I'll make guys. That was just
That
an
was just
intro.
a
I'm
warm-up
producing
for the surprises
exactly.
that we have today.
That's just a warm up. No, Asanga, I don't mimic Trump, please.
This is recording, so we have you on record singing.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I'm recording by the way, so it's too late now.
So
Well, at least you have on record I don't support Trump.
When you run for the presidency in Cameroon, we'll have some juicy footage to share.
Oh, guys, come on. Really? I mean, if I'm ever running for president, I'm going to have like probably the best propaganda team ever. The team that made the movie. Ashraf, are you going to be one of the directors of my propaganda, like kind of like, short documentaries?
Oh yeah, of course.
Skills into work.
Of course, we'll shoot like a top great footage for you, like Emmanuel Ashiri and just,
Absolutely. So I have no doubt about that. I'll have the perfect media team.
People are saying give them free pizza. Will you give them free pizza? And they will vote for you.
Free pizza, free drinks, bags of rice. What else do you want me to bribe you with? I mean, if that's the route we are going down, so...
Emmanuel, I knew you could sing. I didn't know you can dance. That's a new talent. I see, you know.
Oh,
No, Emmanuel dances.
yeah, you know. Even Favor. Who wants
So
to
why
see
not?
Favor dance? Who wants to see Favor dance? I saw Favor dance once.
Emmanuel,
I'm in the bus.
Emmanuel, Emmanuel.
Yes.
No.
I saw Favor dance one in the bus. Oh my God, it was so hilarious. I think this was 2017. Was it? Yeah, I think it was 2017. I think it was sometime around February or something. Yeah, February or March. We were going to, I think, I've forgotten, Carpas or something on a trip organized by the International Relations Club. Then Favor was the president and she was told to dance. So you can imagine Favor dancing in the moving bus. Man, some sights. Abbas, can you bring Favor on so she gives us some of her skilled moves?
Oh, Favor is here. Let's all give a warm welcome to Favor. I've missed you,
So,
Favor.
So I would like to say in my defense, I do not know this man. I have no idea about any dancing on any bus.
Oh my God. Favor, I swear I can remember very well. 2017, I think February or March.
Okay.
I can remember very well.
Where were we
Amar
coming
was
from?
there. I can remember the entire crew. Zaid, we were all there together.
Okay, you might be onto something.
Oh, yeah, you see?
But
You
I'm
see?
a great dancer.
Exactly. So show us some of the moves.
Not today.
All right. For next time, then you can make a promise live.
Yeah, promise.
I hope it's not like the kind of promise the government just made about covering. What was it they said they were going to do? A refund policy?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Let's not get into that. I think we should start. We have 28 episodes.
Wait, Natalie, I was gonna say I'm really excited. Like, you know, it's finally here, the premiere. How about you tell me some more about it, because I don't know really, you know.
Well, the movie was shot because we want to give people the opportunity to express their stories and their experiences here. Not just the bad, the good, the ugly. I'm sure we all, as students, have our fair share of stories to say here. I mean, questions we got asked, situations we found ourselves in. So I think the idea stemmed from that, to give people a safe space and a platform to express themselves and to speak as international students of how they, the things that they've lived here on the island, and to basically, document the experience and then premiere it and put it out there. Why am I okay? Premiere it and put it out there to make to make the public aware of the problems and the issues and everything that's happening within the community, the international students community, and hopefully use this as an initiative to invite all the stakeholders and the parties involved to an open discussion, and hopefully we can try and see where we can take it from here and where we can do better, where things are good. It's not just the bad, highlight the good, but also touch upon the bad, and use it as a as a bridge basically to reach out to the people, to the stakeholders. Does that answer your question, Ashraf?
Yes, awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to start it, to be honest. I mean, it's finally here. The premiere day is finally here. Like, it's been so long. It feels like years, but I can't believe it.
This is your
Fine.
baby. Your baby. As our director, this is your baby coming to life. The birth of your baby is here. How do you feel?
I feel like a proud father and dad, you know?
What's the funniest or like the most memorable, situation that you had to go through as the director while directing this whole documentary, basically? What's the most memorable thing you remember? I mean, we had talks about the electricity going off when you guys were shooting at one point, but
Oh yeah, yeah, we can talk about that if you want. Funny. Yeah, we were shooting one day. I don't remember. I think it was second or third day of shooting, and the electricity cut off. I think it cut off from the whole of uni, or yeah, I see Rawan laughing. She remembers. That was a whole thing, you know. We had to wait several hours, and then it came, and we got happy, and we started shooting. Then it cut again, and we lost hope that day. That day was just, it was, yeah, it was.
aside that, what else? I mean, the drone footage and everything, it's pretty cool. It looks really good. I'm
Well,
surprised
aside from,
you're a psychology major and you have such good editing skills and, you know.
to be honest, I like, yeah, I did direct and had the vision for it, but of course, I'm not the one who edited. That credit goes to the editor was Fola actually. Foren, he's with us, and the attendees. Shout out to him. But the whole media team who worked on this and who shoot, like, I didn't shoot it personally either. It was the media team. So this absolutely could not have been done without them at all. So all thanks goes to them, really.
Yeah, all the students who took the time and put in all the effort and, you know, made this thing what it is today. And I'm pretty sure you guys will have positive feedback once you see the level of professionalism that they've portrayed when, you know, editing and filming and everything. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. I'm talking to the attendees right now. As we're saying, the documentary is going to start soon. And before we start, I would like to call out on Emmanuel Achiri again. This time, no singing, for him to just say a word, you know, as a welcome to everyone that's attending and to thank all the bodies involved. So please, Emmanuel, the floor is yours.
How many minutes do I have? Like an hour?
Make it minimum. No, please, 5 minutes. I'm going to mute you.
I'm actually going to talk shorter than that. Welcome, everyone. We're really glad to have you all here with us today. I think that today is a day which we are going to remember for a very long time, because it is the first time that as an organization, we are not only reporting the stories of students or the experiences of students and locals, but basically you are seeing it firsthand, or we are all going to be seeing it firsthand. And I think that it's quite an important thing that beyond the statistics, the numbers, the surveys we always do, we want to always put a human face to the stories. And this is the first time that we are doing this in such a capacity. And we are very thankful for all the members who worked. And trust me, they had to work days and nights, like literally days and nights on this. They had to make a lot of sacrifices, travel around the country, sleepless nights. They had to feed themselves. It was really a lot to ask for this team. And they had a month. Can you imagine that? They had a month to shoot and produce this movie. That's the fact that the very fact that we're able to have a premiere today is a miracle in and of itself. So a very big thank you to the team, and especially to Ashraf and Fola, who were basically at the forefront of this this project. We also want to, let me take this opportunity as well to extend our gratitude to the Grow Civic Support, Civic Space, and the European Union for continuously providing us with the funds to be able to realize some of our projects. Without their support and their guidance and assistance, this would never be possible. So it's important that we appreciate these efforts, and hopefully in the future we can continue to work together. A very big thank you as well to all of you who are here today, all of you who took out the time to register, to watch the premiere, to all of you who have had to make sacrifices to be here this evening. But I want also to understand that the sacrifices we are making, the collective sacrifices we are making, is because we want what is best, not only for us as students, but for all of North Cyprus. And so if we continue working like this together, hand in hand, I really believe that we are going to create a beautiful society where students are going to flourish and where locals are also going to flourish. And I think that that is the aim of our organization, VOIS. It's not just, sometimes people feel we are out here just to criticize. No, we are out here to present the stories, to present the reality. And if that reality means sometimes we have to criticize and at other times we have to appreciate, we have to present it the way it is. And this is why we even have this documentary, because the documentary tells you the stories both from the perspective of students but also from locals. And so I believe that this is it's definitely not the end, it's a start. And in the future, we can have maybe an even longer documentary, or a series of documentaries depending on the capacity that we have. But really, from the deepest of my heart, I really want to thank everyone who has been involved in this, and let's keep on growing together. So thank you. Natalie, how was that? Very short. I kept my word.
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. It seems that 2020 is really a year of change.
It is. It is.
Yes. Thank you very much for the word, for the very short word. We will be starting at 7:30, so in a few minutes, you guys will be directed, given instructions on how you can access the premiere and everything. Please keep in mind that you guys should not leave the Zoom meeting, the webinar. Please don't. We're all going to go, even the panelists, we're all going to go collectively watch the movie, the documentary, through the link that will be shared. And then once we're done, we're coming back here to basically discuss the documentary, take all your questions. You guys can use the Q&A button. I don't know if everyone's on your laptops. You can see there's a chat button and then there's a Q&A button. You guys can obviously use the Q&A one for us to note down your questions and then we would answer them. The ones that we can't answer through the live will probably give you guys a response or a feedback once everything is over. I'd also like to speak about the launch of our merch, the student-friendly island merch. It's t-shirts, mugs, reusable bags, and other things. Basically, it is we've spoken about it and we've announced it through our Instagram page, VOIS Cyprus, and we decided that there will be 3 lucky winners through the way that we announced, and we will be announcing who the giveaway winners are at random from the attendees during the break. So there will be a break during the documentary because the documentary is a little bit long. So you guys will have a 5-minute break. During that time, we'll announce the giveaway winners. And basically, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope whatever is in there. I mean, I personally haven't watched the documentary, but whatever is in there, we take it, we digest whatever we see, and hopefully at the end of this, we all come out thinking, well, what can we do better to, make things work, or to how can we improve, or how can we help or support, a word, share, any type of activism, passive or active, can help. So I hope you guys enjoy it. How do you like my word, Emmanuel? Now I'm the one talking too much. Oh, I'm happy you like
Amazing.
it. Should we, so in 5 minutes, you guys will be sent the link. Aside from that, I think we've spoken about the agenda. Basically, I've given you guys the outline. We'll watch the movie, we'll have a 5-minute break, and then we'll announce the giveaway winners. Then we'll continue the movie. Once that's done, we will bring you guys back here onto the webinar so that we can have the panel discussion. And then we'll jot down your questions and we will answer them, basically. And obviously, the video will be made available after the premiere on all our social media pages, and you guys can follow us on social media at VOIS Cyprus. We have our website, voicecyprus.org, and you guys can always reach out to us. I mean, especially during the pandemic time, we've been very active trying to help, trying to come up with solutions to aid and assist the students in every way possible and accommodate you guys. I mean, I know that we have not been very, we've been helpful, but we have not been as helpful as we'd like to be. But that's because at the end of the day, we're all humans and there are limitations to what we can and cannot do. But your support obviously helps us grow. So I think, yeah, shall we start? Shall we premiere the movie? Sure, we'll send virtual snacks. Oh, we'd love the virtual snacks. That would be something we'd consider. What kind of virtual snacks will we get? Now I'm interested.
A chef is the virtual snack, I believe.
Natalie, maybe we want to hear from the person who gave the voiceover, who had the voiceover in the movie. I think the voiceover is one of the most incredible parts in the movie.
Yes. So, shall we give it up for the voiceover? Please unmute. Yes, Roida. I'm gonna mute and mute Emmanuel as
You
well.
should have let them guess who did the voiceover, you know?
Of course,
have
it's you. You're always our voiceover. I was just
it was, you know, I mean, throughout this experience with voice, unfortunately, even now that I left it, all just like didn't leave voice, but leaving Cyprus and everything, it rushed back in, and doing all those voiceovers really gave me a rush all the time, you know. Sometimes I didn't even believe it was me, but it gets you to like feel and visualize everything that you see like throughout the video, especially with the documentary, you know. When I was doing the voiceover, it really gets to you. The words get to you. You imagine it with all the things you've done, with all the videos in your mind, you know. And I mean, I hope you guys like it, and I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope you guys can have that voice with the visuals, you know, and put it all together and get the best visualization you can get. So hope you guys like it.
I think you guys can't hear me. Can you guys hear me better now? I mean, I don't have a headset, unfortunately. Emmanuel, I'm gonna just increase my voice. Hopefully you guys hear me. I mean, you guys won't hear me for much longer because we're gonna start the premiere in a bit. Kindly send the link over so that we can start. Can someone send it? Yes. Please click the link. We've just sent it. I mean, if we can pin the link. Please click the link and enjoy your movie. Everyone, please mute your microphones and start. In a minute, basically. A minute. Yes, the movie is going to start now. Are we going to keep it? Are you guys going to mute? Ever started sharing the screen? Are you going to be on mute and just playing the video, or is it going to be video and audio? Okay, it's just going to be the image. Okay, no worries. The break is going to be at 8:15. Please, you guys remember that. Please do not leave Zoom. As I said, I'm going to mute myself now so that you guys can enjoy the...
Okay, I think I cannot make my video visible. I think Alpha, you need to enable it. I think I'm disabled, so I can't see myself. Wow, anyways, guys, that was intense, huh?
That was something.
Intense, but
yeah.
There's still more to come. We haven't finished yet.
Yeah. Damn.
Let's pick the attendees. Let me see. Who do I want to pick? I am going to pick Walid Sani. That's the first giveaway winner. Edem Hagan, and Azize Umanel. These are the giveaway winners. Takeaway winners. I think we should have another giveaway soon, and we probably will. So tune in to, if you follow us on our
Maybe at the end of the documentary.
If you follow us on our Instagram page and our social media, we'll probably have another giveaway winner. So I'm going to repeat it again. Azize Imanel, Edem Hakan, and Walid Sani. You guys, congratulations. Someone please take their details.
What are they winning?
They're winning merch from our student-friendly island, the latest merch that we dropped. They're winning a bundle.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Congrats, guys.
Yeah, that's really awesome. As panelists, we don't get to be winners. This is so unfair.
No, you can't have your cake and eat it,
True.
I'm sure if it's a Snickers cake, Emmanuel will have the cake and eat it and not share it with anyone as well.
I actually do have a Snickers cake.
I knew it.
I just want to come down to Magusa to have the infamous Snickers cake. How much you talk about this cake is just too much.
To die for.
Give me a second.
The rest of our attendees, you guys can purchase the merch. It's gonna drop soon. We already have them planned. We're gonna tell you guys about the prices and when it's available for pickup and how you guys can order them at the end of the movie premiere. I think we should get back to the movie soon.
So far, is there any questions from anybody? Because I didn't see any questions in the Q&A.
Yeah, questions, comments, stuff like that.
I know it's.
Who wants me to be muted?
I mean, so far, I think the most sensitive, the most triggering part for me throughout the whole documentary was the story of the boy who went to jail.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to go through things like this, and in as much as I love this place and all, I'm pretty sure it could use a better it could do with some improvements regarding access to legal representation. There's been quite a few cases, and sadly students cannot access because either lawyers are too expensive or they don't understand or they don't know their rights and they're too scared because they're foreigners. And documentaries and things that we do like this, the campaigns that we bring, is to raise awareness on such things and to sort of, it's part of what we do, give you that space and that platform for you guys to raise your voices and your concerns in a safe space and a safe environment where you won't feel, you're not alone in this, you won't feel targeted or threatened, we hear you, we see you, and we'll do our best to reach out to you, reach out to the bodies involved and everyone to make sure that everybody, you get a chance. But yeah, it's very sad.
I agree 100%. I think that so far probably that's one of our biggest challenges, providing some kind of legal representation for students, because people come to us all the time about different issues, and legal representation is, it's a big thing. It's a fundamental right to have to have a fair hearing in court, and it's a fundamental right as well not to be brutalized by the police or by any other authority. So in both instances, according to his story, his rights right against torture, because if you're beaten up by an authority, okay, in this case, that is torture. That was torture, but also going to the fact that he believes he did not have a fair hearing. These are two major civil and political rights that have been violated, and these things should not happen. We should not be hearing of this kind of stories. In fact, they should not even be happening, because at the end of the day, the first response for us as students, no matter what the case is, whether we are at fault or we are not at fault, is the police. And we believe that the police force has a duty to treat us fairly. Now, is this, do we mean that our police officers act this way? No. But certainly, if you even look at the results of the last survey which we had, there's a significant number that behave in this way. And it's really a call for concern. And it's really good that it's no longer just the stats we are talking about, but then we are hearing the stories from people who have been victims. You know, it kind of like hits the nail on the head, like, hey guys, this thing really happens, you know, and we need to sort it out. But in order to sort it out, I think we need to work together as students. We have to be united. We also have to work with the authorities. We have to kind of have this interaction with the authorities. This includes the police as well, because they need to be able to respect us. And sometimes the best way to earn respect is by having a mutually beneficial relationship, if I may put it that way. The police has to be our friend, and we have to be friends of the police as well. I mean, as students, or even as foreigners, they have to be our friends. They have to be our protectors, and we have as well need to be their friends. I think that it goes both ways. But his story was really really touching, and it's really sad that happened to him. It's really sad, and there can be no justification for that. That's the first part of the movie that really touched me.
Someone in the Zoom chat is saying legal representation is very, very important. I mean, yes, legal representation is one of the most solid things you can have, because whether you have a problem with your school, whether you have a problem with your landlord, institutional discrimination, or, you know, injustices that are happening, your boss, your friends in private, you know, whether it's a private or public matter, definitely your redress mechanism in a civilized society is legal representation. You know, you go to court, you go to the lawyers, and the fact that this thing is not really, I mean, it is available, obviously, you can go to a lawyer and ask for representation, but the fact that, you know, it's too expensive, sometimes that creates a lot of problems. And sometimes, you know, lawyers, because it's a student case, they won't take it so seriously, unfortunately. Some people are just unprofessional like that. I mean, what do you think, Ashraf?
Yeah, I think for me, actually, my favorite part, I mean, so far, because there's still more to come, but the Turkish Cypriot lady, actually, who was speaking about her perspective on international students and what does she think, I think that was very, very interesting to hear. Because, I mean, we're international students. Usually we are surrounded by other international students. So we are just always in our little bubbles, you know. We don't get to hear outside that bubble. So it was very interesting to see, okay, what does a local here think about international students? Do they feel equal? What kind of experiences they had with international students and so on. And what she went through, how her friend was very untrustworthy of international students, and the sexual harassment thing that she says she hears from many of her international friends, but she never experienced it. I think that was very interesting to hear. And if I may ask, Miriç, I mean, you were a translator and also interviewed in this project, and you are, I mean, a Turkish international student. What do you think also?
Yeah, honestly, it was a lot. And you know, she enlightened us on the topics and that I've never even thought about. And with like all these Turkish citizens, like having the racist judgment about like, oh, don't pick these people up from the street hitchhiking, like that was something that really touched me. And our friends, our other Turkish friends that are currently listening, if they've faced something like that, or seen something like that, I really feel like we definitely need people like her here, especially like with Turkish citizens, because it's the right thing to do, right? Helping out students and helping out, you know, even if it's an international student or not, just helping each other out is really important. Not having that judgment of like, oh, it's that person's different skin color or anything like that. That doesn't matter, right? You saw how like kindly that person saw that. He went and got ice cream for them like that. I got the goosebumps when I heard that. Like,
I
that was
was
a really
very
touching
surprised.
story.
I did not expect that turn of
Wow.
event. That's, you know, that twist. But not because obviously students aren't nice, but like I thought maybe he had to go get something or he had to drop something. But it didn't cross my mind that he would actually run to show gratitude in that way. I mean, it's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
sweet and touching, and it's really sad that you know, the stereotyping that people have in their mind. And I mean, the funny thing is this island is so small, and you know, because it has a lot of international students, you would think because of the high population of international students you would not have these kind of thoughts, because you know, you can find people from literally all over the world on this little island, and I'm pretty sure you'd engage with them. So for people to have this kind of thinking and reasoning, it's just sad. I mean, you know, but hopefully we can, you know, through engaging with the, you know, engaging and linking with the societies here, the locals and the international society, finding a proper linkage and, you know, a channel of communication for both of them. I think we can change that if we can just have an open dialogue with the local community.
That it's honestly, diversity on this island is beautiful, and I see it every time.
Yeah.
It's, we just need to appreciate it more. You know, people need to appreciate this island more, I think.
What about
Speaking of appreciation, how about we appreciate the new merch that we got and show it to our attendees? That's something we can do.
Yeah, I'm really curious on what it looks like. I haven't even seen it yet.
Can we please show the merch so that people can see what they're getting and so that our giveaway winners can also see what they're receiving?
What does the combination include? What did they win?
They won a t-shirt. Basically, I think they won a whole pack of everything. One t-shirt, one mug. That's what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, panel, right? Yeah, they got a collection, and in the entire collection of the new merch that just dropped. Basically,
Yes,
That's awesome.
there's a lot of sarcasm and satire, you know, and you know, it's kind of like this mix of sarcasm, satire, beauty, creative art. It's brilliant. I'm getting one myself. I thought maybe as president of Voice I'll get one for free, but man,
we don't do that here.
exactly, you know,
When
so I have
is
to buy
it out?
mine as well.
As a progressive NGO, you know, we believe in equality and no one's above, you know. There are no free perks here.
Exactly.
Hey, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the cause.
I mean,
But on the good side, perhaps if I were to make
once you go into retirement, we might give you a mug as a thank you gift.
Only when he goes into retirement.
What if I offer Snickers cake? Can I get
I will buy
offer
you.
Snickers cake in exchange for
I can broker a deal for you for a Snickers cake.
Yeah, this is how we do it.
No, this is not how we do it. No bribing, no exchanging of anything.
No,
Where's
it's
the
not bribery.
integrity?
It's an exchange of gifts.
No, you're paying double. All of you guys pay double, you know.
It's an
All of
offer
you.
that's on the
As
table.
long as it's perfectly legal, as long as you are exchanging something with economic value. His sneaker cake has economic value and it has psychological value as well, because
You guys are paying double, definitely.
You see the lawyer in me coming out?
Definitely.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, are we ready? Are we going to see the merch?
Yeah, I'm curious
I think,
what it looks like.
yeah, I think the host said he needed a minute to put it online.
Also, we have a question on the chat. I see someone asking how can we get hold of the packages. I think it's going to be available to order on our website and social media, so you can order from there.
And then obviously pick up, because as you guys know, we do have like coordinators in every city. So we have a Girna one, Famagusta one, Lefkosha one, Lefke one. So don't worry, like we can reach out and provide you with merch. You know, you will probably pick them up from the local, locally. You don't have to travel to another city to collect the merch once you order them. I mean, they're really beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, I'll definitely need the apron.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll need the apron. I love cooking.
Yeah, me too, man.
You guys need to send me a package, please. Please. I am begging. The apron looks so cute in the back and the shirt.
Ruwaida, we already said we don't do exchanges. You yourself said
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Someone is asking if Emmanuel can cook.
That's a good question. No,
Emmanuel, you're the best cook.
He's on the same level as his music.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
His cooking is right here. His music is
budding
below the screen even.
Oh my god.
Maybe one day we'll have an event and we'll make Emmanuel cook.
Oh sure. I hope there's enough space in the hospital though to admit people with food poisoning.
Before we continue, I'm curious about something also. We have Rowan with us also on the panelist, and Rowan, I mean, later on I'm going to ask you about your experience as being an interviewer for this documentary, but now I'm curious, as a psychology student also, what do you think, the stories you've heard, what do you think about the psychological aspect to them, especially maybe like that guy who went to jail, for example? How do you think that affects someone psychologically?
Well, I think, can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
So I think as an environment for students, basically you expect an environment that would support you. You know, people come with fresh minds, expecting an environment that would support them to learn new skills, to build themselves, to help them achieve and reach their maximum potential, you know. So as you can see, some students are really disadvantaged, and instead of them having this road of, yes, build yourself, they have this road of, I'm gonna fight these struggles, and it's not fair. I wish if it was the same for everyone, you know? So yeah, it's bricks and blocks of discrimination, of racism that they have to fight, and traumas that they have to, you know, heal instead of them building themselves, which is, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for a fresh mind, someone full of hopes that's coming to learn, that's coming to a foreign country with, you know, all the goals that a person that has, you know, shifting from a place to another. I'm so excited, but then they're faced with these things, which is, I really wish if it was the same for everyone, you know? So yeah, unfortunately, we don't have it. It's not fair. And some people are privileged, as we said, and at least we have this active force of, you know, activists who are planning and like working to create a change, which is, it's something good, what we're creating here, what we're building here.
Yes, I mean, I think we should go back to the movie now, that, so that we can continue watching and come back for the panel discussions. So please, guys, everyone tune back to the movie, and we will regroup once the movie is done. When are we going to regroup? At 9, right?
No, think when the movie is done, we will regroup. I mean,
Yeah, how much time do we have left?
On 45
By
minutes.
9:20. By 9:20, probably we will be back. So.
yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoy watching, and I'll tune in with you guys. Please don't leave the webinar yet. Continue the movie, and once you're done, we're going to come back here. So please do not exit the Zoom meeting. Please stay on it. We're gonna all mute again, and you guys, so that you guys can watch and enjoy. Anyways, let's go back to watching.
Alrighty, thank you. Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. No, we are not. We try our best to provide as much assistance as we can to students, sometimes advice and other stuff that we do, but we are not really a hiring agency like or a job placement agency. Yes, we would prefer a society where, of course, the students get more employment and everything, but is it something that has been on our agenda over the last couple of years, specifically student employment? Yes and no. Yes, to the extent that yes, we want students to get jobs, but no, because we are trying to deal with some of the immediate concerns that students face, like discrimination. And we said earlier, representation, lots of other issues. Currently, we are trying to write a project. Um, um, Hopefully, if this project is accepted, then we might be able to come up with something that provides jobs for students, especially the online. Now, post-COVID-19, we're talking of basically online jobs taking over. Maybe we'll be able to provide something. Maybe we will not be able to provide anything. But if you're asking if we have made plans currently for this, no, we are planning instead if there is going to be another lockdown, how do we provide assistance to students? How do we get in touch with the universities and public authorities and private bodies to provide assistance to students? We are looking at things like housing, for example, for students. It's an issue. It's even gotten worse now with the pandemic. We're looking at prices of goods and services. These immediate concerns that affect everyone. We are trying to focus on that. So if you're asking about how we intend to create jobs, unfortunately, no, we haven't thought about it comprehensively.
All right, I think that answers the question. I would like to ask the attendees now if they would like to share their 2 cents on the documentary, or if there's anyone that would like to talk, basically. Let me know and I'll allow you to talk. If anyone has an input on anything from the attendees, if you'd like to say anything, basically. I mean, oh, Favor wants to talk. Favor, please talk.
Hello guys. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for this movie. I've definitely learned a lot. Many of them are things that I can personally relate to in a lot of ways. But one thing I wanted to point out was the fact that I see some people who, when you say that certain things happen in society, or that certain people have certain problems, the first reaction they say is, "You don't know what you're talking about. I've been here for so long. I'm from this ethnicity, I'm from this nationality, I'm from this race, but I've never had this problem, right? And I like to add that I feel it's a bit insensitive in a sense that people have different experiences. Rather than imposing what yours is, what you can do is listen. Because I mean, if more than even a few handful of people are saying we've had this experience, perhaps what we should be doing is listen rather than to brush it over as something that's not worth giving attention, right? So the important thing is rather to get on the defensive. It's important for us to start listening to each other, hear where and why these problems exist. Of course, so many people have it better. I mean, all fingers cannot be equal. So many people have come from much privileged backgrounds than the others and whatnot. And there's no problem, if you are blessed to be from a privileged background, that's wonderful, right? But, you notice that, sure, the phenomenon in Cyprus is such that sometimes when you have the funds to cater for everything you need, all you need to do is throw money at your problems, right? But not many people can afford to, pay that first stipulated price for something, or go without not maybe having some backup work, or you get what I'm trying to say, and all that stuff. So I guess my final input is to just urge us all to be much more considerate and know that we live in a diverse society, and there's a lot that we can learn from each other, and experiences are not always the same for everyone. We have to listen and do more. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more person that would like to talk. I'm gonna let that person talk, and then after that, I'm going to start the panel discussion, if that's okay. Please, I have kindly unmute Temi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Femi. First of all, I wanted to say thumbs up to you guys. I have been following your work from the moment I stepped on the island, from the pandemic. Ashraf, you might remember me. I think I called you like 1 billion times.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I also follow you guys on Twitter, try and follow up. And I think it's great work. Also with the international students that were stranded at Istanbul. Shout out to you guys for intervening in that as well. Also to Emmanuel, the president, who writes, I think at some point you need to create a Bible because your posts are like super long and you are trying to like cover every area. And I'm like, if I break this down, this is an entire thesis. It's like, 20 chapters for one book, I take time out to read it. So yeah, I've not stayed on the island as long as most people, but a lot of the things that were covered in the video were things that I've heard of already. It's several stories from different people. I've taken time to listen, and I appreciate you guys for, putting out there, trying to draw attention to these issues. Also, I think that one other thing that you guys did I really liked was that you took the time out to meet with the president. I followed the pictures with the prime minister or his secretary, and I think a couple of other people to also bring attention to these issues. I think that for me was really, really important because, these are the people that should know and should be able to make these things better. Another thing I would say is beyond all of this is great, it's wonderful. But beyond all of this, I don't know if VOIS has a plan. I know somebody mentioned jobs. I'm not sure if that's the right direction for now. I think that because I think a lot of these issues are beyond jobs. There's a much deeper issue beyond getting income and all of those things. Does VOIS have a plan for lack of a better word, let me say integration?
Yeah, we understand that obviously we've been talking about it right from the start that, these issues, they're systematic and, a lot of things need to be changed in order for us to tackle these issues, but one thing at a time, definitely,
Yeah. So what I was suggesting was an intentional integration effort, such that every now and then, within the international student community and also within government officials and, some of these people who need to listen to these things, we can have this roundtable conversation. It may not really start big and so on, but I think we should have that maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. I don't know. I'm probably just rambling off.
We can have, as I said, an open discussion with the local community and the international students to sort of bridge the gap and connect both of them. Definitely, we can do that. I am going to. We have the president of the Nigerian Association here, Mr. Gideon Jude. I'm going to allow him to talk. I would like to hear. I'm sure we all would like to hear his 2 cents on it. So please unmute. If you can unmute, yes. Hello, Jude.
Hello. Sorry, can I be heard? I really want to sincerely apologize to all of you for coming in late. I came in during the Q&A, and I'm very humbled to hear the questions and the answers that the platform is providing. He was supposed to be here much earlier, and not intentionally, sincerely speaking, we have another meeting scheduled for the same time, and that was the reason why I couldn't join you earlier. My apologies, sincere apologies for that. I really looked forward to the meeting, and I had given my word that I was definitely going to be here. So immediately the meeting finished, I just remembered I'm supposed to be here. I've left home since morning, so sincerely I apologize to all of you and to the president, Mr. Emmanuel. I just want to say that initially I just intend to join and be silent, but I would also prefer that I speak and show my solidarity and support to all of the movement that we are having here. It's a corporate move, and bringing things to the table in response to what is happening in Cyprus is a collective effort. It's not an individual effort. So I want to really commend VOIS. I want to commend the president and all the cabinets, all the executives serving in any capacity for a brave work. And I'm sure with better cooperation, with your support, we will be able to achieve more. Thank you so much for the invite. I feel shy and I feel ashamed. I can't say a lot because I'm late already, so I don't have any obligation to talk too much. But please accept my sincere apology, and I will give you my word. It won't be like that next time. So, but thank you so much for setting up this platform. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, and everyone here. This is what I would want to say for now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your contributions. And I believe there was someone with the name Umut that wanted to ask something. If you are still interested, I would like to allow you to talk. If you would join our discussion, please.
Okay. Well, congratulations, everybody. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes. Dr. Umut.
Okay. Well, it was really touching and really raw, actually. I mean, it was really moving. The only thing I wanted to say to you, and I'm sure you already thought about this, is that there has to be Turkish subtitles for this. And, you know, it's a bit the fact that we have the pandemic and everything means we can't have a screening with people. But I don't know, I think we need to think about how this can reach to wider audiences, and definitely the Turkish Cypriot audiences should see this because it's really touching. And I don't know, I mean, we may think about contacting certain like TVs, and maybe once you have the Turkish subtitles, they might show it. But if there's anything I can do to help in terms of you know, enabling this documentary to be seen by the Turkish Cypriot audiences. I'm really willing to do whatever I can. But congratulations to all of you. I mean, this is very important work that you have done. And some of you are actually my students, older students. So I'm really proud of all of you. I just wanted to say that. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Having subtitles once we publish the video, but the subtitles are currently under review, as I believe. Is that right, Ashraf?
Yes, actually. And yes, I mean, I would like to announce for any Turkish speakers we have in the audience, and for later we have a Turkish version of this documentary with Turkish subtitles that we are going to release very soon, and it will be just like the English version on our social medias.
Yep, and I think that as Dr. Umut, thank you first for joining us. For those of you who are not aware, when we first founded VOIS Cyprus, the first person we contacted was Dr. Umut. In fact, even before we founded VOIS Cyprus, it was under the supervision of Dr. Umut Buskut that the first panel organized to identify the problems faced by foreign students was held. This was, I think, back in November of 2017. So when we think about VOIS Cyprus today, we cannot think about VOIS Cyprus without Dr. Umut, because it was out of this panel discussion on the problems that students are facing that we thought of building on this and forming an organization that is more sustainable. And even when we did form the organization VOIS Cyprus, the first person we contacted was Dr. Umut, and then she was a representative of the Dawson, the Teachers Union of EMU, and we received our first ever sponsorship as an organization from Dawson, and it was through the efforts by Dr. Umut. This is when our first ever camera, which we bought, which we started using to record our videos, was sponsored by the Teachers Union. And throughout this whole process, the Teachers Union has always worked very closely with us. In fact, Dr. Umut also published, this was, I think, in 2019, published a report which was shared with the Prime Ministry and other public bodies, which identified some of the major concerns which students were facing. And this was published in Turkish. So thank you very much, Ojam. Throughout this process, you have always supported us, even during the pandemic when we were finding it very difficult to get to public bodies. You were able to get to members of parliament for us, and you lobbied them to lobby the government to provide support to students. So, and even today, you've taken, I'm sure, time off your busy week or busy weekend to watch the documentary with us. So thank you very much from myself, but also from the members of us. Thank you very much for always being there with us throughout this journey. And thank you for making me a socialist too.
Yes, I'm sure we're all very thankful for all the wonderful contributions by Dr. Umut. I think now we have to move on to our panel discussion, basically the panelists. How do you all feel? First of all, to our director, how do you feel now that the movie's been premiered, the documentary has premiered and everyone's watched it, and you know, it's out there now. It's out there for the world to see. How does it feel?
I am going to relax so much you have no idea. I'm so happy, not because it's out there. I'm happy because I no longer have to work. because the amount of work that went into this, like Emmanuel said before, days and nights basically. So now I can lay back in my couch and just chill. Finally I can chill. But no. On a serious note, I'm more than happy, more than proud of everyone who participated. To be honest, I'm more than
the media team and the contributors. I'm sure all the wonderful work that they did in the people actually gave us the time to talk and share their experiences. I mean, I think that was very brave of them to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I was coming to that. I mean, I want to let me say it just right now. I mean, I have several thank yous to give. First, I need to give a very, very big and special thank you to literally everyone who contributed to this movie in one way or another, like big or small, whether it's the media team, the interviewers, Ruwaida, Rawan, the translators. We have Mirich, we have Gareth, we have Selena, we have others. The media team, our supervisors, Emmanuel is one of them, or consultants, or anyone who just helped with any kind of way. Civic Space also, funding and all of that. They were more than helpful, and really we are extremely grateful. And then a whole other separate and special thank you for everyone for the interviewees basically, who came forward and spoke about this. I mean, obviously without them, this would never get done. To be honest, I was surprised by how open some people were. I did not expect it. Some people were really brave. They shared like really, really private stuff. I mean, I would not be comfortable sharing, to be honest, on camera. So the fact that they came and shared such kind of stuff, really, a big, big thank you to them. Like, I can't stress this enough. A big thank you to them, really. Other than thank yous, I think about this documentary. I mean, personally, it was a huge learning experience for me, and I'm sure it was for the whole crew also. We all learned a lot from it, whether like personally or career-wise, or showed us actually sides. Even though we're activists and we're volunteers, it showed us sides to Cyprus that we didn't actually know before.
I mean, I would really like to get Ruwaida's input on being the interviewee and being the voiceover. What did it feel like? You know, engaging and being in those moments. And, you know, I mean, you said you wouldn't be comfortable talking about this on camera, but then imagine the person who was interviewing, you know, to get these things, you know, to have those things get told to your face and to have that experience, you know, firsthand. What does it feel like, Ruwaida?
I think, you know, me and Rawan really try to keep that neutral sense going on when interviewing, because you try to keep straight yet emotional face, you know, in a sense. You're trying to make people feel comfortable. You're trying to make them feel like, you know, they can talk to you and tell you all about it. And then there was still the fact that they had to look into the camera. You know, we were sitting right there and we tell them, you know, listen to me, but look at the camera. Do this, but look at they really have to go through a lot of instructions, you know, to get this right, to get this in a way that satisfied the media team's vision and their comfort and what made them feel happy, you know, and what made them feel okay with sharing their stories. It really, really, really brings out a lot in you. You have to reach, you know, that level of maturity in a sense, like by force, and you have to really be considerate of the person that's in front of you. You have to treat them like you treat people differently each time. You have to accommodate yourself. You're like Play-Doh, and you just have to shape yourself with each person. I think Rawan can talk more about it as well. You know, it really was.
I'd also like, I think we should pass it over to Rawan to have her input as well.
Hello, guys. Well, being in that room was like an emotional roller coaster. Like, these are active traumas that are coming to surface, and you're dealing with someone who's in pain and trying at the same time to be stable in front of the camera. So this is, apart from strength, like this is the ultimate strength. And just being there to utilize the environment and, you know, bring up something that would shift the energy from too much pain to it's okay, you know. Like we've dealt, it was hard, to be honest. It was hard, and at the same time it was powerful. And I can't stress the point that how powerful this is. Like, people who showed up were really strong. This is so much strength, and thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, I just want to say, with this whole video going around, we need to realize that this is only the story of a few people, and just thinking about how many other people there are on this island that that go through things that are unsaid or untold. Their stories, it just, um, you know, it's unimaginable. I don't know what other people have gone through and are going through it alone. We need to, reach out to these people and we need to help them out, get this video out there, and with this organization growing even larger as days go on, we need to look for not only emotional support but physical, mentally, and all the help that we can give to people that need it. Um, we need to stick together and help them out.
How was
It's
it,
We're all going through it together.
how did it feel like to have the dual role of a translator and then also be an interviewee at the same time? Did it feel different? What was the experience like for you? Being sitting on both ends, being
Yeah.
a translator and being an interviewee at the same time.
Yeah, so definitely being the translator in this was kind of difficult because, you know, getting when we're translating, we need to make sure that we're not translating from like our opinions and thoughts. We need to get um, the person being interviewed's point straight out there. So that was kind of difficult at first because in there, I don't know if anybody noticed, but there's some sentences that we need to reword to make sense because the captions didn't line up with what they were saying. But this is more visible in the Turkish version. In other words, being an interviewee was also difficult because being able to concentrate on camera, it's a lot of pressure, honestly. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of people had that problem. You know, you can't expect everybody to be, not camera shy. It's obviously one of the problems, but I think we got the point out there. We got really good stories out there, and people need to just pay attention to those and know that this stuff needs to get fixed with the like everybody working in together and sticking together.
I mean, definitely. Right now, with the government actually trying to take positive steps and actions to implement, as we know, they launched the student-friendly island project and everything. I mean, it's a really good time for us to start having these dialogues to change the things that are in place right now. And I mean, if we can have proper dialogues and open dialogues and, invite the stakeholders, I'm sure we can all come together and, come with solutions for all the problems. I mean, I feel like it's just this one big time of change, and, you can change things that you find. I mean, there are some things that can't be changed and you have to accept that, but you can work through them, or you can try to find better solutions. I mean, like the guy said, for example, in the housing issues, you have to look at it both ways. Yes, the landlord's being rough, but why is he being rough? Because he probably had bad experiences with previous people who rented, breaking the stuff, loud noise, unpaid bills, you get all these issues. So you kind of have to see it from both sides. I mean, definitely. So
Yeah, I definitely want to bring up this fact.
yeah.
I wanted to say one more thing because I recently faced a situation like this yesterday, actually, about the landlords not giving out their homes to colored people, and I asked them straight up. I said, "Why are you like this?" or "Why did you think about this?" And the answer that he gave me is, "Well, because in the past, last time I gave my house to somebody, I got complaints from my neighbors and all this stuff." And then I was like, "Okay, that's one person, and you judging every single colored person that comes to this island, or every international student, just because of one person's mistake, is not right." And then he said, "Yeah, I'm aware. It's like I do feel bad about that, but understanding from their point of view is also sometimes needed. You know, as international students and as Turkish people, everyone needs to, you know, respect. Sorry about the background noise, but everyone needs to respect one another. You know, respect is key, in my opinion. So without respect, we're not going to get anywhere in this island.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if I'm Emmanuel, I noticed you're drinking something. What are you drinking, man? I'm just curious.
I know what
Oh,
he's
wow.
drinking. Wow, surprise, Emmanuel. Is it water?
I wish I could smell that bottle right now.
I do drink water. I also have like
I doubt. I doubt.
Really, guys.
Stay
hydrated.
hydrated and healthy.
Exactly, stay hydrated. Well, guys, honestly, I believe like this documentary is really pregnant with a lot of meaning, a lot of stories that relate to every one of us. I mean, a lot of the stories I can relate to. They are stories that every day as members of VOIS, we are always kind of like, you know, we have this group on Slack, like every day, literally we are bombarded with information, complaints about different things, and we are always wondering, okay, you know, what can we do? How can we do this? And it can be a really stressful process, because you're trying your utmost best to try to you know, attend to as many different things as you can, especially when it concerns students' needs. So we really, or from my personal perspective, I'm really happy that we were able to do this documentary, because then people can see firsthand like that these things really do happen. You know, lots of the time we talk, we put a post, we say we need new members, we need experts, we need people to work on translation, we need people to be part of the media team and this and that. It's also that we can be able to function like kind of like a little bit more smoothly. It's also that we are able to, when people have these problems, like the problems which we have seen, or this, let me not say problems, this experiences, we are there not only as VOIS, but as students, to be able to provide assistance to one another. Permit me, just I think there's some kind of a misunderstanding, and I think that it's important that we clarify this misunderstanding. Ashraf, who was the main director of this movie, said at the start that he's really quite happy that this is out because he can rest. Ashraf, you know, I don't need to remind you that there's no rest. You know, you literally know we had a fight about this yesterday, that after this, we are getting back to other stuff. We have projects to write. We have people who attend to, who need different assistance. So there is no rest. That's the simple reality. There's no, I just needed to clarify this. So there is no.
No, bro. I'm blocking you tonight, bro. No, I'm blocking you.
I'm out of here. No, but honestly, I was going to mention this as well. You know, we need to stick together, and then look out for comments, especially on the YouTube videos or on the news panels. Like, we need to see the stories and hear the stories that are unheard. And we need to meet up with those people, even if it's not even for the documentary. We just need to sit down and listen to them, and then see what kind of change we can make, because this is important stuff that needs to get handled. And if we just keep listening and helping out, it's all just going to get better from here.
You know, when it comes to the documentary, I think that one of the stories, apart from the incident with the Tamer, the guy who had the confrontation with the police, I think apart from that incident, the other one which really resonated with me was this lady who was talking about her experience working, when she said she was hired as a waiter. Then she was asked to do more than just she was asked to be more than just a waiter. I think that this is something which it really struck my mind, because I have this friend who used to work in a restaurant, and then a few days ago he texted me and said, I need a job. And I'm like, but I know you used to work here. What happened? He said, I got there as a waiter. The next thing, I had to cook. I had to go and deliver. I had to even go and clean the owner of the restaurant. He has an apartment. I had to even go and clean the apartments. for him when new students or when new tenants wanted to get in for the same salary. So basically, you're hired for something, and you have to do literally everything. You know, it's. I think that this is an issue which many students struggle with. It's really concerning. We had tried with the previous administration to come up with this stuff of student work permit, where students have permits and they're able to work. But the reality is that lots of the time students don't have these work permits, because the work permit needs to be done by your employer. And what's the incentive for the employer to do a work permit when doing that work permit means the employer needs to pay tax and also needs to put a certain, like a deposit in an account, like some kind of collateral or what? I'm not sure how it's called. So I think that these are things that we need to also focus more on labor exploitation. It's really a big issue, and I would really be interested to hear what the other panelists have to say about this.
You know, guys, when we were interviewing, and I asked one of the people, and I asked him, do you know that you have rights? You can be in touch with your rights. You can know your rights. And he was like, what are my rights? How can I know what are my rights? I want them listed. So what can be an answer for that? How can people be in touch with their rights? How can people feel safe and know that they have certain rights reserved for them to, if anything can happen, they can stand up for themselves at least?
The panelists, I don't know. I mean,
I think
or maybe someone from
clarity in this, and all throughout the time we've been on this island, and the clarity when it comes to rules and regulations aren't very clear. And as the head of housing committee as well, I've really realized that, students are like, how do I know? How is this clear? As the head as well, and even when you look, as someone who doesn't speak Turkish, it's very hard to know. So when it comes to students who are, let's say, usually stressed with just, going on with their day-to-day lives as students, eating, sleeping, some even making like a living for themselves, last thing that comes to mind is, okay, let me go and search what my rights are. It's not something that you do in your free time. You just want to de-stress. Of course, students should work more towards knowing what their rights are. As a human being in general, you have to really do that for yourself. So then when it comes to something, when something comes back onto you, at least you have the knowledge. But if we're speaking from a natural point of view, we'd realize that students don't usually have the luxury or the mindfulness to go and put all this effort into translating or having to really make sure that they know what their rights are and what the rules and regulations are.
Absolutely. One of our members just reminded me as well that we actually did some research on the issue of labor conditions. We have a video on our Instagram. I think it's on our website as well. I think the admin after this is going to put it up on, is going to kind of repost it on our Instagram and Facebook. So those people who want to have more information about what their rights are in terms of work and what they need to do in order to get this work permit. You can visit our website, voiscyprus.org, where you can get lots of information about different issues, from mental health to work to racism to health. There's lots of stuff there. So please do try to take a look. Ashraf, were you about to say something?
No, definitely. I think you guys summed it up. The lack of clarity really is, probably one of the biggest issues when it comes to rules and regulations when it comes to this place. Because maybe I do have rights, actually. Maybe we do have rights as a worker, but I don't even know how to reach those rights or how to read them or who to go to for them. Like what? Is there a department of housing? Is there a department on scamming? If I get harassed, where do I go? I have no idea. I have zero idea. And even if I were to research, I mean, I probably like be stuck with Turkish websites, like Turkish language websites, documents, which I understand if it's like internal government, of course it's gonna be Turkish. But then when it's stuff related to international students, I think the effort to translate them into English should be made by the government, but unfortunately it's not. So everything is really unclear, and we are doing our best. I mean, on the publications page on VOIS website, we have translations of many of those documents, and we have clarity, but we're doing the best we can, I think, at VOIS, yeah.
Yep.
What about the audience? Maybe
Absolutely.
someone in the audience have something to share regarding this, an experience maybe or something.
I mean, if you have, please raise your hand and we'll allow you to talk, definitely. Someone is saying labor exploitation is a serious issue, but then again, the issue about employers putting money in an account is just somehow, there has to be a balance somehow. Documents at almost majority institution doesn't come in English, and you have no choice but just sign without knowing, which is true. That is quite problematic. I mean, the most basic thing you can have is, you know, at least your housing contract should be done. There should be an option for you to choose a standard housing contract in English. Exactly. If I have rights and I'm threatened with the police, what do I do?
And then, yeah, before you go on, Emmanuel, I think it's also funny. I think actually sometimes even the, let's say, administration here doesn't even know about their own laws and regulations. Like, for example, you could go to like an office or a department or a police station or something to report something, and they tell you, okay, this is actually not our expertise, you go to this place. And this classic bureaucracy, you go to this place and they're like, what? No, that's not on us, you go to that guy. And of course, each time you have an appointment and months pass by and you have language barriers, and it's just, at the end of it, you're just like, you know what, just forget about it, you know? And that's really, that's depressing, if I were to say, actually. That is depressing.
I mean, absolutely. Should we say administrative bottleneck, or should we say it's kind of like negligence on the part of the administration and public bodies? But irrespective of, okay, this is my personal opinion, but irrespective of whether it's negligence or whether it's some other form of like administrative issues, I never, personally, my experience, I never sign a document in Turkish unless I know exactly what is written on it. I would rather take it to a notary and pay 50, 60 liras and get the translation and know exactly what I am signing than risk actually signing without knowing what I'm signing and then bear the consequences after, which would be much more damaging in most cases than the 50, 60 lira. So in as much as we can say, well, documents need to be translated and this and that, as students as well, I believe we have that responsibility. I mean, we have to be more responsible as well. We have to know, we have to understand, okay, this is the reality, why we are lobbying and saying, okay, because you do invite us here, that this is a student-friendly island, and if it's student-friendly island, then it means you want to communicate with us, especially public documents which concern us in the language which we are taught in English. While we are lobbying on this aspect, we also have to try our bit as well to protect ourselves. We cannot wait until laws are put in place to protect us. You have to sometimes do the extra mile. If it means actually taking the contract and call it a friend who speaks Turkish and ask the friend, okay, can you please break down everything a step at a time for me before I sign this? Try to do those things. I mean, it really does not take a lot. Sometimes you're looking for a house and it's so stressful, and as soon as you find one, they give you a contract in Turkish, you're just like, no, let me just sign this and be done with it. But then what are the consequences of signing something which you don't know? We have to try a little bit more. Some of the websites, or a lot of the websites publish, public websites publish only in Turkish. What I do is I have more than one translator app on my phone. when I see something, especially if I believe it's an important announcement and I really want to know what it is, I copy it and I put in the translator to have an idea about what this is about. You know, you have to make an extra effort, because how long do you want to wait for the documents to be translated? Look at what happened during COVID-19. If we as an organization had said, okay, you know what, it's either they post this information in Turkish or we don't follow the rules, it's not going to change the fact that if you have left the house without a mask, you are going to be fined. That's why as an organization, we decided to start translating official announcements and sharing it out there. In fact, now we've even created a specific department only to get this news and then translate and put out there. We have a group of amazing translators like Merrick, but at the same time, we also have to try to help ourselves as foreign students. We have to try to protect ourselves, and that means being more responsible. You've left your houses, you've left your homes, you've left your families thousands of miles away, and you are in a place where sometimes the rule of law is not applicable. At least what you have to do is, if it means that going above or beyond what you'd normally go to protect yourself, you should do it, rather than allowing yourself to be exploited or being lazy. And then at the end of the day, we complain that, oh no, they don't protect us, they don't do that. As I think it was Kennedy, president of the US, who said, like, if it's a mistake, I'm sorry. We said, ask not what your country has done for you, but what you have done for your country. In this case, like, you have to ask, for example, before you're asking the government, what are you doing? Ask yourself, what have I done to help myself? What have I done to help myself? Am I aware about what is happening? Do I know the names of the public bodies? Do I know the websites? Do I check them daily? For example, now we have the residency season coming up, where people are doing residency. Have you gone to the website of the Ministry of Interior to ask to check what the new updates are? We have to do these things. We cannot keep on expecting everything to be presented to us on a plate. We have to help ourselves here. I just wanted to put this out there because I feel like in as much as we want to be students, and that the name VOIS, Voices of International Students, we also want students like ourselves to be more responsible. We want students to be more accountable for their actions. We want students to own up and take their own lives and their own futures into their hands. Not just to complain all the time. No, what are we doing to change things? What are we doing to change things? For example, your house owner wants to get into your house and say, and take you out of your house. He has no right to get into your house, or she has no right to get into your house. You don't leave the house and then you come and you call VOIS, oh, my house owner sent me out of my house. No, he has no right, or she has no right to get into your house in the first place. So the first thing is, you need to know what your rights are, and you need to be firm. If you know your rights are being violated, you need to be firm, and you need to let that person know that, no, you don't have a right to do this. Because if you allow yourself to be exploited and then you complain about it, unfortunately, sometimes or a lot of times, there are things that are beyond our capacity as VOIS to be able to help. We can only put it out there that you were exploited or you're discriminated, but it doesn't change the fact that this happened. So even before these things happen, we need to be proactive. We need to start taking measures to protect ourselves. I mean, when I mean measures which are within the laws and the regulations of the country, of course, to protect ourselves, rather than complaining all the time. I just felt like it's important that we put this thing, that I put this out there.
Yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, this needs to be said, and I'm with you all the way, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you really summarized everything there is to say. I wanted to comment a bit more on the point, but you kept on going. Really, you said everything. I wanted to, like, generalize it even more to this documentary itself, also, not just the labor issue, for example. Is that I mean, the content in the documentary is like open to subjective interpretation from your own point of view, but at the same time, you can't help but wonder. A lot of cases are like we as international students, we really need to be more aware of ourselves, not only our rights, but I don't want to say smarter, because we can all fall under scams and so on. But I mean, just research, you know, like when you hear about an agent about a country you don't know and he's telling you like there is jobs or it's in the European Union or so on, a basic Google research and Wikipedia and some papers would get you the answers if that's true or not. At the same time, if you're here, for example, and you don't know, like your rights as a police officer, you get abused or you get and so on, and so a lot of people just stay silent, but that's not true. I mean, your rights did get violated here, so some research again about it, some questions, some asking maybe like a local friend, a Turkish Cypriot friend here, or someone who's more knowledgeable, you would eventually understand, and you have to take initiative. That's really what it comes down to. You have to take initiative and not rely on other people, really. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ashraf. If there's anything that anyone would like to add, Emmanuel, do you want to add anything?
Come on, when you give me the opportunity to talk.
No, please. Anyone else? I'm muting you. I'm muting you.
No.
No.
Manuel, you're muted.
Not so. I just agree with Ashraf like that. No, I just wanted to, guys, don't worry. Even in voice, my rights are always been restricted. I'm muted. My freedom of expression is restricted. Good. So
it's the weekend.
We need a voice against voice. No, but I just wanted to agree with Ashraf that it's subjective and, of course, open to interpretations. These are the stories of a few, and I'm sure there are plenty of other stories. Let's just continue talking.
Yes. We have justice for Emmanuel.
Yes, justice for Emmanuel.
Don't worry. Just let this webinar end. You guys need to check in on him after. We decided to have an impromptu giveaway, one last giveaway, due to the activeness of one of the members. Would you like to announce it, Emmanuel?
It's okay. It's Femi. Yeah. I think Femi has been very active, even from Femi. I'm like, oh, for another complaint. I'm just trying to have some sleep here, But no, Femi, thank you for your interaction. You've always interacted and brought to our attention a lot of issues. I think that's a great way of also being a part of the organization, and I think that you're really deserving. I don't know if it's going to bring to you back, but you really do deserve this. Thanking us all the time and for spreading the gospel.
Yes, I mean, you deserve a shirt. You deserve a shirt. We all deserve a shirt. Give all of us cookies, please.
A shirt. I'm wearing the same shirt as in the documentary. Did no one notice? I deserve a shirt. Where's the justice? I'm wearing the same shirt for like almost a month now.
All
Come
right,
on, guys.
We're gonna set up a GoFundMe campaign for you to buy you new shirts. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is the end of our session, basically. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For those who participated, I'd once again like to thank, first of all, the people who were behind this Civic Space and their great support. I would also like to thank the interviewees, for them to have the courage to actually sit down and talk in front of the camera and share their stories. And, that's very courageous, and it's a commendable type of courageous. And I hope that, little steps go along the way and we reach a day where one day we make a documentary actually about how we started all of this and with their stories and how different things have become. I would also like to thank the media team, the directors. I would like to thank the people who conducted the interviews, the translators, the people who created the posters. I would like to thank Favor and yes, I would also like to thank Favor for, you know, being the one behind our social media handles, basically. And I'd like to thank myself for doing this. Well, no one's gonna thank me, so I have to thank myself. And I'd like to thank the people who attended the premiere.
Thank you,
So,
Natalie.
Aw.
Let me give Natalie, sorry to cut you off, one shout out.
I would like to not thank Ashraf. I'm gonna mute him.
I know, sir, I need to give a shout out to someone who we did not give a shout out to. That is Mahmoud. He's with us and the attendees, our media coordinator and new head of media team. So shout out to him.
Thank you very much. Wonderful media team who, you know, without them, this documentary would not have been possible. I mean, without everyone's contribution, it would not have been possible. But we'd really like to thank everyone for all the efforts that they've done. And yeah, I guess this is it. We're going to end the meeting now, I believe.
Natalie, once again, let me cut you off one last time before we finish. I would like to say to everyone who's with us, please, guys, now and later when we release it on social media, I'm going to say it 3 times. Share, share, share. Lutfan, please, in any language you want, I don't know. But tonight we're going to release a short video. This is a tease for you guys. I won't tell you what, but you will see. It's related to this premiere. Please share that. Also, when we release the documentary, the Turkish and English version, please share it. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 all of them. Just please, you know, help us out because... Yes, because we need this documentary to reach people and actually affect. Otherwise, what's the point, really? So, yes.
Yeah, the outreach is definitely necessary. Thank you all so much. You all can reach us through our social media handles at VOIS Cyprus. You can also contact us through our official website, voicecyprus.org. Once again, I would like to thank you all for all your effort, and I do wish you all a wonderful evening, good night, and good weekend, basically. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ashraf?
Yes.
Are all our guests gone?
There is one left.
Okay, no, this is this is private info, so maybe I'll message you about it instead.
Who?
Okay.
Gone.
Yeah, did you kick him out? Did you guys kick him out?
Oh my god, this is so funny.
Yeah, okay, Favor. Now it's just voice, people. Did Favor leave? Where is it, Favor?
I think she left. Ah.
She's coming.
Oh my god, I cracked up so much.
You might want to end it.
Sorry, what, Alpha?
Where's Emmanuel?
Oh, yeah. And